Oh, my very first memory, which is clear as day, my dad came to see the place with my mother to buy it. I was 4 years old, and I was holding his hand, and he was walking through the kitchen, and I can just remember the sinks were so big, and they were almost, scary like. So he was holding my hand as he walked through the place before it was open that day for business, to see it. And I just remember, I didn't know why we were there, but walking through it, it was great. And him and my mom, around the holidays, 5 brothers and sisters, so the holidays were very important to us. Everybody gathered around the table, but my father and mother would tell the story. So when my dad had taken over, he came in and the registers were empty, and he had asked the owner if he could leave the change until after business that night, and then he would get his own change because he had nothing to operate the place with. It took everything he had to do it.
How did he come up with the name of the Roadhouse?
Him and my mom, it looked like a boarding house, and a typical roadhouse was a bar with rooms to rent upstairs, so that's how they got the name.
Okay.
I mean, with the new building, I'm sure I could have changed the name, but then all of that would have been lost. I can't see throwing away all that hard work behind the name, and generations, some people, a lot of alumni from Wagner come in to reminisce. Now we're coming up to 50 years here. And I think it's one of the longest running same family owned places in Staten Island, which makes me very happy. When people come in and goes, I remember the DeAndrea family. I said, yes, I'm the son, I mean, we focus so much on the ingredients. I mean, my parents started buying from the Agello family, the Pastosas, all the tomato products, the imported cheese, the olive oil. I still do. I have a relationship with their children. My brother Michael and I had to sort the beer bottles. You know what it's like having a college bar on a Saturday morning? He would wake us up, bring us to work with him, and there were literally 1,000 bottles in buckets. And my father used to do the returns. So he used to keep all the cardboard boxes, and we had to sort all the Bud bottles, the Heineken bottles, and we would spend the whole morning sorting them. And, and then he would get us breakfast. It was a very, we had a ritual, and he would get us up, and, you couldn't say no.
Right.
And then the days it snowed, we would shovel, and then we'd always find time to get lost, to go sleigh riding or do something. Just, the chairs used to get wobbly, so they would want to, put some screws and some glue, and the 2 of them would be working on the chair like it was a person. It's been interesting, those memories of, those deep snowstorms, and he would open. There could be 10 feet of snow on the ground. My father had the place open. He had a neon open sign, which we had restored. We had it restored, and I keep it downstairs in the office, and we would be open. And I still do it. I mean, we truly care about everything. Sunnyside hasn't changed one bit. Clove Road is a little wider. That's about it. Do I miss the old place? I miss a lot of things about it, but now this is the old place. This is now, it's 19 years, the new building's here. It's like it went by in a blink, and it's so, you say to yourself, well, this is the old place. So as I grow old in here, not that I don't remember the old place, because it was well through my 20s and 30s before we took it down. And now I have this to have the memories in here, and it feels the same. It's a little bigger. It's a little nicer. We used to have a pull chain light in the bathroom, and you could see into the basement from the men's room. It was an old building, it served its purpose. And now it's this, and it's great. So, it's a happy place for sure.